Hey, well, Emily Pan is back with one last video. Uh, but tonight, guys, obviously. Sorry, can't see me. I don't think it has a light on feature, sadly. I can't switch on my on phone light torch because it won't let me when I'm recording a video. So, yeah, that's why it's a little dark light is. I'm doing the Dungeon Dice Monsters arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters. Well, watching it after not too some time after reading the actual arc in the manga. Yeah, it does adapt some elements of the story, but it mostly has the original elements too. Now, half of other elements of Dungeon Dice Monsters moved on to the next two episodes after the arc. It's best I explain here just in case I forget. Well, I'll explain it all in the review, so let's get into it. So the story opens up with Yugi and Anzu with Anzu arriving at Yugi's place. Then they go to school. So the world goes not really in a good mood right now. It seems really that a new stores opened up across the state. And games were all around the world. And a new game, an original game to help lot the store's success. Yugi's kind of curious. Zugurogo forbids him to go there. So I've got to mention that throughout the first season, Zugurogo has an orange bandana, sorry. But in later stories, he has a black bandana. Now, Thomas is not the last appearance of Sugoroku. He will make an appearance in GX, which is nice, very good. Now, Yugi does return to GX as well, but that is for the very last batch of episodes. And it's something I have not seen. Like, it's something I've literally not seen because that's never been dubbed. The final arc has never been dubbed into English. Why? 4Kids wanted to. 4Kids license was going to expire soon, so they rushed to dub these. Well, and sadly, they did not get a chance to dub up rest of GX. So, English speaking audiences who go out watching GX never got to see the final episode arc. So, when too much review GX, it's going to be a whole new experience for me. Hey. Hey, on the way, Yugi gets a flyer. It's about a game called DDM. It's not what it is. Also just tried to school. Just the antagonist of the arc. Ryuji Otagi. Or Duke Devlin as you know him in the West. Now, the anime version of Ryuji has totally different revelation about Yugi later on. As I said, most of the elements of that story of the manga were used in the next two episodes. I don't know, explain a bit. You also take down Yugi. His Japanese voice is alright. I really prefer his dub voice for now, but that could change because again, I don't never watched it in Japanese before. That's cool. They're talking about the store in the new game. Alright, the store as mascot is a clown. Well, why is he a clown? There's another reason for that. Because it's never explained in the anime. No question until I read the manga. It's quite interesting too. Again, Bakura gets pushed to the side in the story. He doesn't even appear in it. You know, he was there in the arc. He was there in the manga. But he does appear in the next two episodes, which technically, after the arc ends, that technically continues the story. Technically. Once again, I'll get there when I get there. Anyway, Jonochi is actually heard of the game Dungeon Dice Monsters. That's what DDM is. He found out by living newspapers. Yeah, first school space. Aren't you criticized for having in a after school sort of job? This is not allowed. Like she's want to talk, and Jonochi rightfully points that out. Seventh and the job kind of removed. It's a nice callback to the actual arc, knowing that Anzu was still working at that burger shop. Well, she probably quit there and is working at a different shop, different place. So that's supposed to where she's working now. Obviously, she quit that place after the criminal incident. Like I said, that was completely different. I'm supposed to go in a little more detail about that story. I forgot to should have done a Duel's Kingdom review, but basically, the girl was actually an escaped convict. Was holding Anzu hostage. That's when she first started to learn about the other Yugi, sort of, more common side. She didn't have any feelings for him, but she started to at that point. And the game was actually different. Basically, the game is not to use your hands. Also, which the criminal lost and got a penalty game. Anyway, Yoji's getting the money for school expenses, so say so because he's keeping the money from the Duel's Kingdom for Shizuka. We'll get more involved about that during the Battle City arc. During the most pivotal story moments of the duel of this arc, because the Yugi and Jinochi's friendship, and also the characters before we get to the finals. I can't exactly remember, but most likely that the Yugi and Kaiba had a duel against two evil guys. Again, I do not know when I'm gonna get there. I haven't even gone past gone to the Sliper story yet. Anyway, here commotion next door. Class next door. That's when they officially meet Ryoji. Ryuji, sorry. George immediately dislike him because, he's popular with girls. As we into that, when Jinochi starts bragging about Duelist Kingdom. So Ryuji challenges Jinochi to a game. A trick game. Basically, to get the dial to the cup without using his hands. Because it was a bait type of game. It was actually a game of mental mind issues. No one said you could use mental attack type of stuff. Not psychic attacks. No, that's not what I mean. Like, what was the title called? Psycho Reverse Psychology, I think. Basically, you tricking Jinochi into looking at the cup so Ryuji can grab the dice. It actually is a clever tactic sometimes. The only way you can do it though, right? But well, when the opponent expects it, they probably won't fall for it that easily. Trash is way mad. Ryuji basically challenges to Jinochi to a duel. I can't remember what Jinochi's conditions were winning. Oh yeah, basically, Ryuji's fangirls will be his. But if Ryuji wins, Jinochi will do whatever he says for a week. Because this is where we get a change in the story. But yes, in the manga, the game was not a Duel Monsters card, was not Duel. Yeah, they didn't do in manga in this story. Duel Monsters didn't even appear in this arc. Like the arc had nothing to do with Duel Monsters. You also learn about Ryuji's motives a little bit earlier. Is that his motives for being Yugi? It's because Yugi's a cheater, but because of Pegasus. The game was a bit so in the manga. The game was a different type of card game, more of a unique trick. Joji ended up losing, but in the manga, Yugi was able to see through Ryuji's trick. Joji did lose the duel, by the way, and ends up doing what Ryuji says. Let's just explain what's happened in the manga. As I said, Yugi actually gets the trick out early. And Jinoji doesn't know how to do what he says. Let's go back to anime. Is he? Ryuji's trying to humiliate Jinochi. Humiliate Jinochi, which pisses off Yugi as he becomes Yami Yugi and challenges Ryuji to a duel. But Ryuji suggests they should play his own game, Dungeon Dice Monsters. Yugi accepts. Let's go back to what changed in the manga. Manga, Yugi did not. Yugi basically challenged Ryuji. Yami Yugi did appear in that story arc as well. Oh, as he and both he and regular Yugi managed to figure it out. Basically, used their own trick against him without cheating in a fair way, and he lost fair and square. Anyway, what's his motivation for the manga? Well, this was adapted. Well, Espada. Basically, his own father blames Yugi's grandpa for his facial scars. That's why he wears a mask. A type of type of shadow game. It was able to escape its base age a lot. Was it be very what we guess. Anime is all over the Millennium Puzzle as well. Sound familiar? This is what we get in the next arc, which I'll probably expand more upon and reference this again if I forget about it. Guys, I won't be watching the Douglas Kingdom arc of the anime for quite a bit. I need to finish up the manga version so I can be more familiar. Then take a break and finish up the Yu-Gi-Oh anime before season 5. And for that, I'll talk about the Capsule Monster storyline, which is an anime, which is a exclusive thing made by 4Kids themselves. It's not released separately on DVD as a movie version. It's released as episodes, but they don't bother to release the extended movie version. I think I'll talk about that when I view it. After that, I'm just going to be characters by their English dub names, since that was made by 4Kids. So yeah, Yami Yugi did. Anyway, basically, Yugi was adopted when invited in the game Dungeon Ice Monsters and forced to play against Ryuji for the Millennium Puzzle. Ryuji believes he has the right to inherit it, but the Millennium I just choose their wearer, as you know. Again, this is adapted into the first 2 episodes of season 2, where Yugi battles Bandit Keith, who is not dead is not dead in the anime. He's even mentioned by Rebecca in the Japanese version. Murray the judge just keeps calling him Bandit Keith. Yes, that's why he's called sometimes, but don't forget, his real name is Keith Howard. And in general, and they always refer to him as Keith Howard after it. Only during specific times they call him Bandit Keith during dramatic moments, that type of stuff. So yeah, the whole game plays the same. Is that Yugi's friends aren't allowed to watch him. Like I said, this is adapted into the next first two episodes of season 2, which is just replacing the entirety of a duel. Let's get a first introduction to Merrick. Makora's in that story because he was in the manga as well. So, and just ways anime writes it, it feels like he's not in control of himself. Like, sure, like the spirit can control him anytime he wants, but she's like he's in full control now. That's just I don't know, I just don't like that. Like Yami Bakura be biding his time with the next opportunity to strike. Which probably is in the Battle City arc. I do not know of any of Bakura's duels in that are actually manga material. Even the finals, I guess. I don't know. Yugi anyway, so Yugi does struggle, but eventually Benzo believes in himself. He manages to win against manages to beat Ryuji at his own game. Literally. Now, like I said, this guy more deeper on Ryuji's motives in the anime. Basically, he planned to make Dungeon Knights monsters worldwide and sent to Pegasus. Pegasus was intrigued and invited him to Duelist Kingdom. Pegasus was a person planned to give it a full worldwide release. Of course, at the time, though, that Battle City, the Duelist Kingdom storyline was already happening. As Ryuji was leaving, by the time the boat was arriving. So the flashback takes place during episode 4. The gang arriving at the island, beginning the story. Also, a little detail in the anime, Yugi is wearing casual clothes, which he never does actually. Think about from the entire story arcs, even in Death Key, yeah, Monster World, they all wear their school uniforms. Even when the other characters are wearing casual clothes, Yugi still wears his uniform. Yugi still wears his uniform. But I might be wrong though. Let me know in the comments down below if I actually am wrong. It's been a while, so I don't know. Also, we get also anyway, Pegasus never responded back after the Duel's Kingdom, and we know why. He's in the hospital, recovering from the loss of his Millennium Eye by Bakura's shadow energy, by after losing a shadow game. Almost like a mental battle in a way, because he was still weak from his battle against Yugi. Again, I still don't know why the anime said to keep him alive. Must be a reason. I don't know. I really don't know. They probably thought it would be too sad if Pegasus actually died. Sure, he done bad things, but he did it for the in the name of his love. But they didn't excuse what he did. He never even paid for his crimes. He lost against Yugi, and the price for what he's done, is death. He died for what he's done. Sad, but he deserved it in a way as punishment for what he's done across the story. Hey, you heard Yugi won, but Pegasus was definitely a skilled duelist. He even won Dungeon Dice Monsters the first time he played it. But of course, Just requires strategy, but you don't know what your opponent's thinking. But you can't look at read his opponent's minds. It works. It's a strategy, but even if you do read your opponent's strategies, what you could plan to do to get the right stuff, it's all about luck of the dice. So that makes Pegasus actually battle without using his Millennium Eye. Also, the monsters are not are different. They're more like based on dual monsters in the anime. Again, tied into the card game. Obviously, Delta wrote a try and start another game as sounds like a game as popular as Yu-Gi-Oh! King of another one, but that failed. Or they kept some monsters. I actually might try and find a Dungeon Dice Monster set online. Buy it just to see what it's like. But I don't know if they're easy to find or not. Probably not. Let me know in the comments down below. I don't know. Ryuji apologizes for what he's done, and now knows Yugi isn't a cheater. Yeah. Anyway, Ryuji also gets a reply on Industrial Illusions. They're gonna release this game worldwide. This game, Yugi even find this game pretty fun. Ryuji becomes a good friend. Now, I do not know if he reappeared in the Battle City arc in the manga, but I do know he reappears in the arc in the anime. He gets more screen time in the anime. Like, he appears in another filler arc. He appears in two filler arcs. Three, actually. He appears in Battle City. He appears in Virtual World. Waking the Dragons. And Grand Championship. So basically, his appearances in the story was most of the series, except for the last arc. I'm glad he didn't try to shove it in there, because that's big part of the past. So we'll see what goes on in the Battle City arc. I don't know when I'm going to be getting to it in the anime, but I will be continuing reading the version of the manga, so I look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more subscribe channel notification bell via today to upload videos, because I'll see you guys next time for more videos. Kill Phoenix out!